Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Li Lao. Most people may have heard of the Cultural Revolution, but few really understand what the Cultural Revolution is about. Today, I'm trying to help you to grab a basic idea of it in just a few minutes. I'm going to approach it from my four arguments. First, the Cultural Revolution is not about culture, but ideology and power struggle. Chairman Mao was the founder of the People's Republic of China. He led his party to defeat the national government in 1949. He gained very high prestige in the party. He was an icon and undisputed leader of the country. Chairman Mao was also a romantic poet. He deeply believed in the Marxist utopia in which everyone works selflessly for socialized ownership and be distributed based on his need. He also claimed we should not follow Marxist theory that such utopia can only be reached step by step during a period of slow social transformation. Instead, we can make a way to run into the utopia. He launched the Great Leap Forward and forced individual peasants into cooperatives and communes. And this resulted in the deadliest famine in Chinese history in 1960. People started to question his policies as well as his ideology. He faced great challenge from Liu Shaoqi, the number 2 figure in the party, his heir apparent. Chairman Mao became more concerned when he met the low-level officials during his tour in the country. They talked to him only about how to increase the crop output, but never Marxist ideology. He was convinced that a great number of the members within his party, from the top like Liu Shaoqi to the lowest level, have slipped away from his ideological path, and his leadership was severely challenged. He needed a larger-scale fundamental campaign to purge them. Second, the Cultural Revolution is not a revolution. What is a revolution? Let's look at the notable revolutions in recent centuries. All revolutions have a target. The target was always the ruler on the top of the social hierarchy. In a revolution, people at the bottom revolt to topple the ruler on the top by force. It is about regime change. Contrary to all those revolutions, the Cultural Revolution was launched by the ruler on the top, Chairman Mao himself. This is unprecedented in human history. His targets were his party members of all levels he considered as capitalist path roader. Previously, he could easily fire them, but this time it was much more severe. He believed a headquarters of the capitalist roaders existed inside the party. The leader was Liu Shaoqi, who had a great number of followers at different levels. He needed to launch a revolution-like mass movement. He proclaimed to rebel is justified. He called on the students, workers, peasants to uprise to fight those capitalist rulers. Red Guards were organized and rebel groups were formed. Any government officials, school teachers and principals can be detained, put in jail, or even murdered at will. Police and court were out of function. The whole society turned orderless and lawless. Schools, offices, and factories were all closed. Chairman Mao and his people supervised the whole campaign. They would instruct who should be protected, who should be released, and who should be detained. At the meantime, unfortunately, many instances of the violence occurred beyond his control. Torture and murder of innocent people were committed throughout the country. Third, the Cultural Revolution lasts only 3 years, not 10 years as most historians said. The Ninth Party Congress, held in 1969, marked the end of the Cultural Revolution. Chairman Mao achieved his goal. All capitalist rulers has been removed. The new Central Committee has been elected with many new faces Chairman Mao favored. The power was shifted from the Cultural Revolution leading team to Party Politburo. Social order was restored. Factories and schools reopened. Interestingly, very few active Red Guards or members of the rebel groups were rewarded any positions. Chairman Mao just picked the low-level officials he favored to the higher-ranking positions. Fourth, the Cultural Revolution was launched by Chairman Mao alone. Most of the senior leaders in his party did not expect its happening. How come a leader turns his own country into chaos for whatever reason? They did not understand. They were unprepared and resisted. The Cultural Revolution was not popular at all in his party. That's why the Gang of Four were arrested right away, just 27 days after Chairman Mao's death in 1976. Thank you for watching. See you next time.